Today, we're going to talk about the different variations of the Red Hood costume.
Let's do a thing.
And welcome to another episode of the WNHON Show. Today we're going to be talking about the different variations of the Red Hood costume that Dawson has made and that we've done over the course of 5 years making Red Hood videos. Last episode we talked about a different variety of things, talking about...
And it was an hour or something?
Yeah, it was like an hour. It was hard to upload because it took me 2 different tries to try to get it up on YouTube. And we talked about, last episode, the Power Rangers cast leak, the new Dune trailer, and we talked about the Legend and talked about the classroom reacting to that and how that video came to be. But today we're going to be talking about, of course, Red Hood, one of the, in our opinion, most iconic character that we have, because we've done so many things with him. And you want to say something about Red Hood, considering that you play Red Hood a lot?
I'm more stumbling on the fact that she pulled up who Red Hood is.
Oh my lord. Red Hood.
Okay. I'm refreshing my memory here. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god. What was the question again?
I'm saying if you could talk about Red Hood.
Oh, okay. So, Red Hood is a very, like we said in the first episode, if you watched it, Red Hood holds a special place in my heart. I connect to him with a very personal level. I've always liked playing him. And I've just constantly been making new variations of the suit. And the very first movie, the very first movie that we ever done, not really done, we didn't do it, we almost did it, and then everything went to crap, was, of course, well, first, it was the trailer.
Yeah.
It was the Red Hood trailer that we did. You'll be seeing a picture of the suit, kind of.
When we get started to talk about it.
It's really blurry, sorry, I couldn't find a better picture of it. But, which was in 2015.
Yeah.
And
July.
Yes, and that was the very first sighting you saw of everything's moving.
Yeah, I kicked the desk.
That was the very first time you ever seen us do Red Hood, and it was the Red Hood trailer.
Yeah.
You have anything to say about the Red Hood trailer?
That was, at that point in time, I was kind of on the same level as Katelynn. I had no idea who Red Hood was. Well, I like comics and everything, but I didn't really know about Red Hood at all until we made that trailer and we talked about how the Joker, how we talked about how the Joker killed Jason Todd as Robin, and that's how he became Red Hood, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I never heard of that before until we started making videos with him, and at this point I never thought that we would make so much things with him. But at this point in time when we did make that video, we didn't know what we were doing. I don't really think we were. We were just making them for fun at that point. And I know I played Wally the Gangster, and I think that was the only part that I played in it because you hit me in the face with a gun. And a lot of it was just running and jumping and just stuff. It was just random
Me sitting
stuff.
in front of a TV screen.
Yeah, and
the background of a city.
And when we were sitting in the garage of you standing there with the light, that was pretty cool. And but if you forget the fact that I'm standing on a chair doing the light thing, and that was cool. And so it didn't take us that long to do, but we did do that at the end of July in 2015. And that was the debut, I guess, of Red Hood as a character on Whether News Happens or Not. And then, as we were going into freshman year of high school, Dawson thought of an idea to make a movie called Red Hood. What a great title. It's about Red Hood, and
Red Hood the movie.
we don't really know. I can't really remember what the story of it was. If you want to watch the footage from that video, I put a video out called Red Hood Unseen Footage. You can go watch that. It's all the footage that we recorded for the movie, but never came out because of reasons we didn't finish it. So that was basically the reason.
Yeah.
Basically, it was just an introductory, introducing the Red Hood and like what he did. Basically, is all I can really think of, and that's all we basically did. Had Megan and John and stuff.
Costume for that one, it was the exact same as for the trailer. So.
Yeah, that was the middle of August, literally about a week or two into going into school. We had a lot of people cast for that film too, and it was supposed to be our first short film or movie, but it never happened. Yeah, it never happened.
5 years ago.
Yeah, it never happened, and eventually it was The Flash vs. Skeleton Man, which, you know, I'm not proud of that one, but, you know, hey, we...
And I was going to say this, because you were talking about how in the film, I pretend to hit you in the face, and I was going to be like, speaking of getting hit in the face, in the movie, there was a time that I actually pistol whipped John.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like...
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see crap out of that helmet, and the whole setting was dark, and I was like...
Yeah, and John was like, ow! 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 And he started, like, cussing and everything, and I was like, dude, chill out!
I remember it was that scene that he was supposed to tackle me, and my arm went... Smack!
And he, like, for real tackled you, too.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't, like, hold it back. But, yeah, John, if you're watching this video, you did a great job. But, yeah, it was a great... it was great. I mean, the makeup... I remember the makeup I had to wear for the Joker, it smelled awful because I was sweating, and so it was sweating off of me.
We'll
And
talk
it was
about
hot
Joker
outside.
makeup whenever we get to Horrors of the Past.
Yeah. That was better than the Red Hood thing. The
Caked
movie.
your eyebrows.
Yeah, it was awful, especially in the shower.
Yep.
That stuff's very, very hard to get off too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
really, really hard to get off.
Well, he had to like spray paint my hair green. Well, he had to do it white, and then he put green on it. And then I had a coat of like white face paint, and then like red and like blue and everything. So I was like fully caked up.
Because I remember I tried the green, like I sprayed a little line in your hair first to see what happened, and it was just like too dark.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, white.
Yeah.
Then green.
Yeah, it looked like
and then
an
it
old
looked
man.
like that.
Yeah, it looked
I
like an
was
old
like,
man.
It works.
That was an old man. It
Bright
looked like
green.
in that film. It's funny.
Nice.
Yeah, that didn't take us very long, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, the Red Hood movie was something that we tried to do. I remember that was when we had no clue what Celtics was, and we didn't do scripts, and so Dawson had to write 8 pages of it on a notebook.
Ooh.
And he wrote scribble, and you couldn't read any of it, pretty much. Only he could understand what
You
it said.
think I'm illiterate now?
Yeah,
You
wrote.
can't even read the ones that he's typed out.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You have to read all the chicken scratch on the notebook.
Fight me.
Well, you gave me the notebook, so you didn't have it with you. Whenever we did the film, after we filmed the first like couple scenes, because we filmed out of order, it made it super confusing. Because we went from filming like scene 1, 2, 3, and 4 to 8, and we're like, what is going on here? So it felt really weird. But you left the notebook there with me.
Yeah.
And after we filmed it, because I thought we were going to film some more, and I tried to read it, and I could not read it at all. I could make out, I was like, what does this say? I don't know what this says.
You know what, it's
Google
so
Translate.
funny about that kind of stuff, though, too, is because I don't care. It's a joke to me now, but I think it's funny how people, like, make fun of me about that. They're like, anyways, it was like, you can't write, or your handwriting is crappy, but I can draw and make costumes like no person
Which
can.
is weird.
It's like,
It's weird how that works. I don't understand how
because
that works.
I'll be, like, in class, like, in literature, and I'll be writing out, and they're like, what the heck? And then I'll be drawing at the same time, and they're like, what?
How does that work? But we did that, and like I said, it was supposed to have a lot of people. Like, it was supposed to have, like, Isaac and Hoyt and all of them were supposed to be in it, and a lot of other people. Mullinex. Yeah, he was supposed to play. I don't know who he was supposed to play, but we had casted a lot of people for it, and that never happened for some reason. I guess we just moved on to other stuff. But the next thing that we did was the Thrift Store Massacre, which was something I don't think we expected it to happen because it was supposed to be the Batman Under the Red Hood trailer, but we couldn't, get enough people to do that. But then eventually we just did it. But the both of us will talk about that one too. But we tried to do something, and then in the last minute we tried to get the twins to come and film, but Nicholas wouldn't show up. Monty came, and so Dawson saw this film with Red Hood in it, and we decided to make it. And so he looks like he has a mouth, which the other ones they don't look like he has a mouth. Yeah, he looks like he looks like a video game character with the helmet on, but it's just funny looking. I told Dawson before we filmed this that it was probably my least favorite out of all of them because it just doesn't look like Red Hood. It just looks like he has a mouth.
Kenny, why did you kill him? Did you say that guy's name was Kenny?
Yeah, did you say that guy's name was Kenny?
Kenny dies every episode.
But that was a different episode or film to do because, I don't know, I was thinking of the show. But it was very different to do because we had to set all that stuff up. So that was great. What did you think about Thrift Store Massacre?
It was a massacre.
Yeah, it was a massacre. That's true.
It was definitely interesting.
Did you watch it, Katelynn? You said that she watched all of them.
I told her to watch all of them.
When?
I told you that.
When?
Yesterday.
Hey, that'd be a great segue.
While we were on FaceTime, I said, hey, you should probably go ahead and watch all the Red Hood videos.
And then I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep. You're like, okay.
Yeah, what did you... Huh?
No.
I've been looking at it this whole time, just like, I want to put it on, I want to put it on.
What did you think of it, Dawson? The Thrift Store Massacre? Or filming it or anything? Like
interesting. Definitely interesting. Because... like with any video, I guess if we took more time, we could have done more with it. But that was that kind of video. It was just like, let's just kind of get it done with and just kind of post something and just have fun with it. But, I mean, it was an okay video.
I would say that it was the film that really started us getting into making short films because at the time we only did trailers and we didn't make any short films. But when we made that video... we started, right after we made that video, we did the Versus series. We started the Versus series, and then after that we started making more short films and kept making those, and then we just quit trailers altogether. So, our Thrift Store Massacre is kind of important because it led us to making short films. So, that was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah.
The next...
I would also definitely say... even though it's a part of the universe, I would definitely say that Red Hood was more of a lively, more...
like a real... like, I guess, I don't know if it'd be realistic.
What I mean by lively is, I mean, like, more of, like, a, not so dark. Like, yeah, there was killing in it,
but... it was comical.
Yeah, it was comical. And then you get every other one, and I'm sitting there like...
dark. Yeah, it's a dark version of Red Hood.
Make it dark.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me now, please. I am in my zone.
Don't touch me!
The next one that I can think of is the Batman Under the Red Hood trailer. Yeah, that one was... I consider it to be the best trailer we've ever done.
I wore camo pants!
Yeah, that was like... this version of the Red Hood was like tactical Red Hood.
Because I remember I forgot to bring the black pants, so I was just like... camo pants it is.
Yeah, and it makes it look like he's like tactical Red Hood, like he was in the military or something, and like it was a militarized version of Red Hood and Jason Todd. And that one also has the Joker in it, but it wasn't like the normal Joker. It was Suicide Squad Joker.
Yeah.
Was in that one for some reason.
There was also that really cool scene where I put the head up, the gun up to your head.
That
Here's that scene because it's really cool.
It's an iconic scene.
Boom. There's the scene on with everything else that we're talking about.
And that was just me and Dawson because we were going to film it with more people, but at the time we couldn't get a lot of people. But we filmed that, and that was fun, especially editing it. It was out there. It was the first time that we didn't do voiceover because we were so used to doing voiceover on the computer and it's sounding very muffled. And we actually did the voiceover in my garage where we actually had like an open area to actually do it, so it sounds like we're actually saying the lines. So that was fun. I also played Alfred and my British accent went away. So I really don't understand that. But
halfway through
you know,
talking British.
pretty much. I just gave up because I didn't want to.
It was like the Harry Potter versus Anakin video.
Yeah, because I was saying that Harry Potter is American now. He's not, I'm making him American
it's just like
now.
half the video you're British and then the rest of it's just you're back to American.
Yeah.
You have an identity crisis with your...
Red Hood, there's different stories to Red Hood. I have to put my leg down. My leg was starting to hurt.
It's moving.
But I mean, there is different stories to the different Red Hoods, and I think that really starts after this one because the other ones were just we did it and that was it.
I'm also noticing at the picture of this right here, like the white eyes are like abnormally big.
I looked at it and it looks like a brain.
You
That's
look like
true.
a brain.
It looks like a brain.
Well, I mean, I can see that, I guess. But after this video came out, we really started, there started to be more story-driven Red Hood, pretty much, because the other ones were just, we did them and that was it. And Red Hood was there, and that was basically it. I mean, I would say the Red Hood movie was one of those things, but we never finished it, so that never became a thing.
Yeah.
But the next one on the list is Julian's, which is funny because Julian, I never thought in my wildest
Baby boy
dreams
Red Hood.
that short Red Hood, Mr. Julian, played Red Hood, and that video was a little bit different because I was playing Nightwing and Dawson was playing Arrow.
I really do like that versus video.
And that is a really great versus video. And
2018 and it was cold.
I would say, yeah, I know. It was in January when it was really cold outside, and if I was to, because I think towards the end of this, we'll rank the best Red Hood costumes because we talked about that.
The newest one.
She don't have to. She don't have to because she hasn't seen all of them unless she wants to rank it off of costume alone.
True. I mean,
But
I've got all the pictures right here.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I would say Julian's was a top 3 for me because he did.
I based that costume off of the Arkham game.
Yeah, the Arkham Knight game, right? Yeah. And I think his character in that film was a top 3 for me because he just did it a different way. Because normally you're like, oh, it's like a normal-sized guy playing Red Hood, and
Baby boy Red Hood.
and he's got brown hair, and he looks like Jensen Ackles. But you see Julian, and it's like he's blonde-headed. It's like this is not what Red Hood looks like, but it's cool because it looks different.
It's gonna work.
But it's
also the scene of me kneeing him in the face, and he just went.
Yeah, he just fell over,
Whack.
flopped over. Yeah, he spit out a lot of blood in that film.
That was a cool scene too.
Yeah, that was a cool video to do. Very cold, but we got it done, and it's like one of the most viewed videos we have on the channel, surprisingly. Which actually, after I looked it up, I'm not very surprised because a lot of people have made videos talking about or doing wrestling video game stuff where they're putting Nightwing and them facing each other, and we didn't plan that. We just put them together, basically. But that video was fun to do. The Nightwing, Red Hood, and Arrow video. That is also part of the Arrow series.
Yes.
Go check that out. It's great. But that video, the storyline, basically, Red Hood was going to his lair. Nightwing comes to whoop his butt. And Arrow just shows up out of nowhere because he's trying to find Jack Gilmore. And he runs up on these 2 guys. And then he just decides to beat them up anyways. That's basically it.
And I got hit with weights.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the first one, yeah.
The first Jack Gilmore one where you got hit with weights before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the basically the first time we did a story with
You got hit
Red
with
Hood.
weights.
Yeah, I got knocked out. Yeah, with a weight. Yeah, and then I would say the first story-driven film that we actually did with Red Hood is the next one, which is Taking Out the Trash. This is where you get introduced to Reginald.
This is also when I almost had a heat stroke.
Yes. Yeah, it was also very humid that day because it kept raining and then not raining and then raining and then it didn't know what it wanted to do.
And I was sitting outside with a leather neck piece, a black leather jacket covered in all this black stuff, and I'm sitting there like...
Yeah, it was pretty awful. But we that video introduced Reginald as a character, and as we talked about earlier, we didn't expect him to go from guy who owned a thrift store to actually being like the Alfred to Red Hood. So it was kind of funny.
This is also when you see an actual Red Hood helmet,
like the ones from the the actual ones.
An actual good looking helmet.
Yeah. That one doesn't look like a brain.
What is up with you and brains?
The other one looked like a brain. That one does not. That one actually looks like a Red Hood helmet.
It was also the introduction to the first variation.
It was also in 2017.
The variation of Red Hood that was dark, because it showed in the beginning where he has the visions of Joker, and that film is also a very good leeway going into the film that's after this one, because it just shows how bad of a past Red Hood has. It basically was just the introduction of what the crap was that? Was that hair? The introduction of Joker kind of being in the situation, even though he was kind of a big part in it, and so it didn't really show until it didn't really show up until the next one. But we do mention his name in that film, and I also wore a pink suit, so that was fun. But the next one, which is the last film that we did with Red Hood, is Horrors of the Past, and that one was very unique because it was also cold outside, and also we wore basically that film had. I'm trying to word what I'm saying.
I'm trying to word what I'm saying.
Like how
straight up stroke.
Yeah, we had two different helmets for that one because
I was really excited.
Yeah, Dawson had the helmet that he put the lights in the eyes for, and then when we got to the U-Haul place, he got the one that he bought.
Because we had to go by my house to pick up something, and then this one came in the mail. It was all plain. It did not look like this.
Yeah.
It looked like whatever it looked like in that picture. But it was very dull, just plain red and whatnot, and the eyes were very triangular. But I was just excited. I was like, new Red Hood helmet, we're using it.
Yeah, because we went straight to his house and he got it, and we were like, hey, I'm going to put it on. Mm-hmm. And so you can't really tell the difference because it's dark outside, so you can't really tell.
All you see is just lights.
Coming out of his eyes.
And just a red blur.
Yeah, and then the confrontation between the Joker, and this is also the debut of the first short film for the Joker as well, and so that was fun to do.
Also Trace's great performance of being creepy in the bathroom.
Yeah, that was, I don't even know what the crap I was doing there. I just kind of just did whatever, but getting caked up and stuff on my face was fun. Yeah, I totally.
He had eyebrows and then he did not.
I guess I can understand what people have to go through when they have to put all that stuff on their face, but I don't really know. It was great. I know my eyebrows were solid. I
remember after an hour, you were just every time I move my eyes, I can feel it.
I could feel the paint about to rip off or whatever, and it was just ridiculous. But I did it. And I looked like I was going to steal a child. So, that's the way it goes with the Joker.
Hey, boy, you want some candy?
Yeah. That's how the world turns around, I guess. And then next we're going to talk about, Dawson will mostly talk about it, the new suit, because we're thinking about doing a fourth part to the Red Hood series.
20 ?
Yeah, it's gonna be the fourth part, and
this is when
to the Red Hood series.
This helmet is debuted. This beautiful new one.
It'll be the biggest. It'll be the biggest Red Hood film of the Red Hood series, most likely. And it's going to be completely different. We talked about whether it was going to be the finale, but it's not, because I forgot to tell you I had an idea for the fifth one. But, it's going to be the fourth part, and Dawson's going to talk about it because, you wrote the fourth part.
Because I wrote it. But, it's called Shattered Hood, and it takes place a couple of years after he kills Joker, and Batman's dead, Barbara's dead, everybody's gone, Tim is missing. Dick Grayson now is a detective with the GCPD. He's no longer Nightwing, and then Red Hood's just like, he's going to a psychologist, and he's just like, yeah, there's something wrong with me.
It's basically after the events of Horrors of the Past, pretty much.
He's trying to get back to a normal lifestyle, and then he does not. All I can really say, because I don't want to give too much of it.
Or any of it really away.
But basically, all I can really say is if Red Hood had a baby with John Wick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a sight to see.
If those two movies happened, the baby would be this film.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that comparison.
Come on.
That comparison.
But
being
it basically
Red Hood mixed with John Wick.
it basically kind of is like this. It's like the Red Hood version of John Wick.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, probably the same thing. But yeah, I didn't mention this before because we were talking about if we're gonna do a 5th part, and we were trying to think of what the season 1 finale would be for the Red Hood series because I know we want to make more, and that film is crazy. I was thinking the other day, we basically ran out of villains to use because, I'm not going to say it now because that'll just give a lot away, but we basically ran out of villains to use in the DC Universe, and I was thinking, what if Red Hood faced off against Bane? I was watching, like, the old, like, Christopher Nolan stuff, and I saw that, and I was like, what if the 5th part was him against Bane?
True.
Or something like that. Because I don't want to shave my head, though, but... But, hey, that's just a possibility. We don't know.
We always go back to the comic book versions where...
He's wearing that mask.
Yeah, it's a wrestler's mask.
Yeah, I like that. A wrestler's mask. So those are the different variations of the Red Hood costume. And oh my god! Okay.
Water went on the table, and I couldn't move, or I would have flipped myself out of the chair.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, those were the different. I did not expect that. Various costumes that we've done for the Red Hood.
She's playing with me.
Sorry. That was not supposed to happen. But those are all the different variations of the Red Hood costume, and all the stories behind all of that. Like we said, we're going to be doing at some point in the future. At some point in the future. At some point in the future, we will be doing another Red Hood film taking place after the events of Horrors of the Past. And, you want to add anything to that, Dawson?
To the Red Hood part?
Yeah, because
I
was talking about how the next one, how we talked about the one that comes after Horrors of the Past.
Yes. So, Horrors of the Past. So, Shattered Hood is going to be the ending finale to this season of Red Hood. Yeah. And then we're going to be doing season 2 and everything.
Yeah. We already kind of know what we're going to do for the first film of season 2.
Yes.
We talked about it. So, but yeah, we're going to do season 2 of that. Like I said in the first episode, I believe, or second, I don't know. We're going to do more series with characters such as Deathstroke. We're talking about doing a series with Deathstroke, the Deathstroke series, starting with Slade as the first film, and we're going to continue off of that and do a series of that and maybe possibly do multiple seasons. Also with South Jardé, we also thought about doing the season 2 with that, or just doing the one season because we have a lot of ideas for that one as well.
South Jardé is kind of like the new Obi-Wan series that's coming out. It only has one season.
Yeah, it's the...
Which I'm still upset about.
Yeah, it is what it is. But if y'all want us to do series on specific characters, let us know, because we will do our best, because I fairly enjoy doing character series.
Yeah.
Because you just follow one person throughout all of it, and you just get it's not like a TV thing. It's just film.
How was there water on the table?
Because I fell over and hit the... Yeah. I didn't think I would kick the table over when I did it, but, you know.
At least it didn't all fall over.
Yeah, that's true.
Just...
Yeah, it's just insane. But yeah, we're thinking about doing those a little bit more. And also, yeah, Katelyn's here too. I didn't even mention that at the very beginning. I feel so bad. But yeah, she's here today. Special guest. First guest.
She was in this one.
Yeah, she was in the Come Home video as my girlfriend that hates me.
She's right there.
I mean, that's true. In the film, I was not a great person.
Yes.
And did you read at the very end of your backstory at the end?
Yeah, it's like you left him, and I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah, you married a rich man. Yeah, you married a rich man and became a doctor. And I was like, that sounds like something that the character would do. But yeah, she's here today, and we decided why not? You know, we need guests on here sometimes.
See.
But we have a special message today, Dawson.
A special?
A special, man. It's a special message. We have a special message today, Dawson. If you want to talk about that, because you would know more about it than I do.
Yeah. So there's this company with Preston's dad. He used to probably like Koala Bag, and now he is starting off a new brand called BULBAG, which I used to work for and still kind of do. But and me and Trish just got on a cool thing of doing videos for him. But like I said, I've worked with them before, still kind of am. So we're trying to promote more of the bags to get them more sold and different stuff. This is not a sponsor, I think. I don't know.
No, I don't think it is.
Nah, we can talk to him about it though.
Yeah.
But so in this clip you're about to see just like a little nice little promo about the bag. I'm in it, and I model it and do everything like that. So there's that, and here you go.
So there you go. That was a little promotional video for BULBAG. Go check them out. I will put their channel in the link in the description. Or PJ's, because PJ's runs the company. But thank you guys for watching this video. That's going to be it for the Whether News Happens or Not show, episode 3. Thanks for Katelynn for showing up here on the show on this episode. You might see her a lot more on the show and in more videos. So
Monopoly.
yeah, Monopoly.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, leave a like down below. Comment what videos you want us to make next or what you want us to do on the show next. Subscribe to the Whether News Happens or Not channel. My name is Trace Parks.
I'm Dawson Mullins.
And I'm Katelynn Marchant.
And we'll see you guys in the next Whether News Happens or Not show. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.